y'all, welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, I'm your hostess, and today we're going to talk about sourcing your food outside of the grocery stores. And the reason I'm telling you this is because we've already seen shortages in the stores to begin with. The prices are soaring through the roof. Canned goods are just ridiculous in price. Meats have gone up. You know, the list just goes on and on and on. Eggs have gone up, milk has gone up. You know the story. We recently looked at the price of butter, and we decided we're going to have to come up with an alternative approach to our butter, or we're going to have to supplement some bacon fat, sausage fat, and fat off of our beef into our diet to replace the fats that we can't afford to buy in the store. So, with that said, I'm going to tell you that we found 3 really good sources locally for us, for our family. We found a beef vendor at the local farmer's market, and his beef prices were comparable to what the prices in the grocery stores. We found a pork provider. All his products are pork based, and his prices are also comparable to the prices in the grocery store. Both of those are organic sources of meat for us, meaning there's no additives, no antibiotics, no byproducts that we wouldn't want to be consuming. It will be healthier for us. The third one I found was a source for fresh milk, fresh raw milk. Now, raw milk, the FDA kind of frowns on. You know, it's not good, it's not healthy for young children and babies to consume this, but I'm an adult. And you know, it's not pasteurized. It still has all those good nutrients and vitamins and everything that we need. And it's all natural. Again, the source is a natural source, and there's no antibiotics or anything in this. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the milk. The milk is what they consider a whole milk. Which means that it still has the cream in the milk, and the cream will rise to the top of your jar or bottle that you put the milk in, and you can get that off, and you can make butter or whipped cream with that. You can use it in your coffee. There's a number of things you can do with whipping cream, or the cream that comes off the top of the milk, which will be my source of butter. I will not be buying butter in the store because the price of butter has gone up, almost doubled what I was paying for a pound of butter. Excuse me. He was a little high on his prices. It was $4 for a half gallon, $8 for a gallon, but that was him bringing it to the farmer's market. They may give you a discounted price if you buy it directly from them at their home, which is what we plan on doing. We plan on going directly to them. We recently found 2 half-gallon milk bottles that had the lids. I'm going to get them cleaned. They look clean, but they're not my clean. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get them cleaned and get them ready, and when we go out of town on the weekends, we can make a loop and hit all these places up and come home with our meat and our milk. Have a big cooler to put all this in, because you're going to need to be able to carry it if you're out in the heat. Vegetables, we hit the Amish community up, and we found a really great community not too far from us, and we found 3 local Amish farms that had vegetables and canned goods and breads and so forth. And we always like to support our Amish community anyway, and their prices were so much cheaper than going to the farmer's market, y'all. unbelievably cheap. Tomatoes was $1.25 a pound. You know, you go to the farmer's market and you're paying about $3 a pound, if not more, for tomatoes. And I came home with 6 pounds of potatoes. I came home with 4 pounds of fresh onions. I came home with a case of tomatoes for canning. And he did tell me on the front end that there might be some blemishes on it. And I told him, I said, that's fine. We're canning them. So we paid $15 for that box. Everywhere else they're wanting $30 for a box of tomatoes. And the tomatoes don't even look as good as these are because these were picked that morning. What else did we get? We got 2 pints of home churned butter that was canned. We got 1 pint of a mock grape jelly, which is the purple hull pea shell that they use to make the jelly. And we got a pint of apple butter, and we got a pint of squash relish that I wanted to try. So we came home with 5 pints. Now butter is one of those rebel canning deals that the FDA does not approve of. So is canning milk. But there's a lot of canners, YouTubers out there that have canned milk and butter for years and has had absolutely no problems with it. So y'all, I may become a rebel canner and can some butter and some milk. Now the milk, they say, kind of tastes, when you're using whole milk, it's going to take on the texture and taste of evaporated milk. That's fine with me. I like evaporated milk. Not everybody does, but I'm sure it's going to be creamier than the can of evaporated milk we get in the store. Other things that we bought a really sweet, I mean, just the perfect ripeness seedless watermelon from one of the Amish farmers, and we bought 2 of their cantaloupes. I mean, they were ripe to perfection. They know how to pick their vegetables and when to pick them. Their potatoes were freshly dug right out of the ground that morning, and y'all, they are good potatoes. I'm not going to lie to you. It's all organically grown. One of the Amish communities, the lady was out on the porch, and they have a wood stove or oven outside their house, and she was stoking it with wood, and of course you could smell the wood burning, but she had all her bread sitting out there on the porch ready to go into the oven, and those loaves looked wonderful, y'all. Just absolutely wonderful. So, I mean, they had canned goods. Some of them just had canned goods. Others had fresh vegetables. And we just were really pleased with what we found in the Amish community. And of course, we didn't even hit up all the places we could have gone. There was another one that was locally sourced, would be honey, that we did not hit up. And there was probably some more little Amish farms in that area that we didn't know about. So, get your sources in order. Know where you're going to be buying your groceries if you can't afford them in the stores. With all the shortages going on, we probably will want to be able to find a secondary source. Most of these places will probably barter with us for whatever products that we might be able to bring to them. We are planning on, and we're waiting on our chickens that we will be eating. They're broiler chicks. We're waiting for that order to come in. It was supposed to come in, and it's another week before they'll be here. But that's okay. We've got a place for them. We're already ready for them. So when they get here, they'll be put into our brooder, and we will raise them up. And in 8 weeks, we will be butchering our own chickens. And I don't like using the word butcher. I like using the word dispatch. Dispatch just sounds better. We're going to be dispatching chickens. You're going to see the pictures of everything that we bought at the end of this video. I took a bunch of pictures, and I'm going to show you one of our meals from all those fresh vegetables that we got. Oh boy, we had some good vegetables, y'all. Be blessed, stay safe, God bless you. Okay, the tomatoes, watermelon, cantaloupe, more tomatoes, potatoes, onions. Here are the canned goods that we bought. More of the vegetables. Here's the meat we bought. And here's what we had for supper. Yum, yum. Eat 'em up.